Hello and welcome to this late afternoon taste challenge. I have two Canadian blended whiskeys. This is WD Liquors Premium Canadian. WD Liquors, the company WD Winn-Dixie, established in 1955. Here we have Canadian whiskey with natural flavors. See if we'll get it to focus here. It's produced in Canada, but it's actually bottled in Kentucky by Wide World Distillers, okay? Okay, there goes it. It focused. All right, so that's what the label looks like. This was $13.99 for this big bottle, and it's that price till the end of the month at Winn-Dixie stores, which are located in Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, most of which are in Florida. The greatest beer reviewer in the world. Good evening. Thank you, Mr. R. I don't know if that's true, but I appreciate your compliments. Okay, so that's it. Very common in Louisiana. I don't know about Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Probably Florida, but extremely common in Louisiana. I mean, you go to any Winn-Dixie store, you're going to buy this if you want it. $13.99 this month until the end of the month. All right. I don't know exactly when it was introduced. They might have been putting it out since the company was founded in 1955. But I know for sure when I was a kid, a teenager, young adult, middle age, whatever, always in the stores. I never tried it till this year, but it was always there. And I mean, people didn't pay any mind to it. They buy it for parade parties, birthday party, wedding receptions, graduation party, baptism party, christening, stuff like that. Just typical things. All right, nothing too elaborate. All right, but I'll put the link below. It's not much to look at, but you can look at it. Okay, here's a product that's glass, not plastic like that one. That one used to be glass, but they went to plastic, cheaper. This is Gibson's Finest Canadian Whiskey Canadien. They got it in English and French. Canadian Whiskey Canadien. Rare. Well, actually, it is rare in Louisiana. I've only seen it once or twice, maybe 3 times, but no more than that. I bought this at Savannah Discount on Louisiana Highway 45 northbound in Marrero, Louisiana, the legendary Savannah Discount. Also 40% alcohol. They don't say anything about flavors added, although, they don't have to actually say that. Canadian whiskey can have flavors added, and they don't have to tell you. It's got a wooden cap, real wood, and real cork, not plastic or anything. I have adopted a couple of your habits, says Mr. R, that I recall you sharing during some of your live streams. Firstly, I've been doing a lot more research on the history of the products I buy, and secondly, I've been reading a couple of chapters of the Bible every day for the last month. Excellent. I read one chapter a day. I'm not going to claim a couple. One a day, every day since 1989. True story. One a day, every day since 1989. I'm in the book of the Revelation of St. John, the Divine, the Apocalypse. So I'm in that, and then I'll go back to Genesis. All right. At the end of the month. So this is a beautiful bottle. It's aged 12 years. 12 years now. It's nice knowing the history of the brand you spend your money on. It is, if you can find out. Burley Sullivan says, you. And I will say, you to you, Burley. All right, so there it is, aged 12 years. 12 years. Most Canadian whiskeys, don't have an age statement, and they're far from 12 years old, but this one is. Let me update that in my notes. Sorry, I forgot to put that. Oh, no, I did put it. Okay. Further ahead than I thought. This was $13.99. I told you, the WD Liquors Premium Canadian. Now, the next price is going to come as a shock to you. It was a shock to me when I saw it. $9.99 for this handle at Savannah Discount. Now, you can imagine that did not last a month. No, it did not last 2 weeks. It did not last a week. For $9.99, even people that don't like Canadian whiskey are going to buy it because they like what's. I try to put links of the history in my videos and talk about the history and reviews. Yes, you do a good job, Hector. $9.99. Get out of here. What a steal. I know it's unbelievable. It sounds like a lie. People say you're lying. You're crazy. I could have, I could have bought 10 bottles for $99.99. But I didn't want to do it because I don't need it. So it's amazing. Let's look at the price on Total Wine and More for this product, just as a reference point. I don't know why they sold it so cheap. I don't know how they sold it so cheap, and I don't know where they got it. And I didn't ask. I bought it and got out that store quick. Gibson's, fine. They may not sell it. Yeah. Oh, they're showing it. Let's see. Not available here, but available in some other state. Okay, they only have the 750 milliliter bottle. They don't have the big handle, but they got the identical bottle just in the regular size. $31.99 for the regular, not the 750. Okay, so there's your evidence of the amazing price. This whiskey's $31.99 for the regular bottle, and I got this for $9.99. I'm not bragging. It's just amazing. I couldn't believe it. It's got a real cork. I moisturized it because they will dry rot. I found that out the hard way. There you go, real cork. Are you going to do any more history videos, especially what's happening in the Middle East? I might. Maybe I'll wait a year, 1 year, because I did a video on the Hamas, Gaza, Israel war right after it started, and maybe I'll do a year update. I don't, my attitude hasn't changed, so I don't know even if the video would make any sense, honestly. But people do seem to want those, and I'd have a lot to say about it. Not be popular. A lot of the people that watch this channel are fanatics, and they'll be all, I love your channel, let's be Facebook friends and all of this. Okay, I'll do it. I will do it. But they don't give a disclaimer like, oh, I didn't let you know I'm a nut. Of course I always find out. Because they're going to act out. They're going to do nutty things. They're going to do like political things that are crazy. I don't care what political stuff you want to believe in. It doesn't make any difference to me what politics you want to believe in. Left wing, right wing, middle wing. I don't really care. Honestly, I just don't care. I mean, I would prefer if you agree with me, common sense, but I don't base my friendship on that. I got a lot of friends who have ideas politically that are strange, usually uninformed. Mostly they just don't know anything about it much. But the fanatics, they'll post stuff on Facebook. It's bait. That's why I was telling somebody this the other day. They'll post some statement, love is love, and you know where that's going. Well, first of all, I don't know why they need to post that. We all know about all these things, we know what month it is, and we know what movements and all that social interaction is about. But they don't do it because okay, these are gold. This one's a little lighter. I think that's the Gibson's. No, it's the Winn-Dixie. Okay. Now, what's the age on Winn-Dixie? WD. They call it WD Liquors. What's the age? I would think it's got to be no more than 3 years. I cannot imagine they would sell it for that cheap, and it's a long age product. I just don't believe it. But back to that. So I said, yeah, there's no need to post this. He usually posts his daughter, like he's talking about his daughter, and they're doing little antics, like they'll even do little plays, like little skits, like 1 minute skit. It's funny, and his little humor videos, which are, well, they're not really too funny, but I would sometimes think they were kind of sort of funny, but I watched them, the little photos. But I could see he had this like kind of hard edge political stuff. He didn't entertain it too much, but I was like, I don't know. But once again, like I said, I don't really care. But he goes, and the other day he posts this thing. I said, okay. And I met this guy in New York City. I met the guy in 2015. He walked me to the subway stop. A friend, but gotta watch these internet people. I'm gonna tell you right now. So I said to myself, I said, you know what I think? He's posting this as bait. And I know how these people are. He's posting it as bait. He's trying to smoke people out to try to get them to come out and see if they'll agree with this. And if they don't agree, then he's going to cut them off like they're the enemy now. I said, I know how these people work. I know if you tore their shirt open, they would have a hammer and sickle on their chest. And you would say, that's a tattoo. No. If you checked it out, they were born with that. It's like in the Omen. They were born with that. All right. So that's the scary part. So I said, you know what? Okay. I'm going to take the bait. I'm going to take the bait because, but I didn't make any comments. I didn't say something like, oh, well, let me tell you what's right and wrong. I don't do that kind of stuff, really. I just said, I'm going to take the bait. So I just posted a classical painting, from history, classical artwork, not modern art, but classical. And it was very interesting. It was a very good painting by a Spanish artist, beautiful painter. You know what I mean? He did great work. He was a genius, I guess, like so many of those. And he posted it was a painting of an angel fallen. It's like in the sky, an angel falling. And another angel had his foot on him, pushing him down, and that angel, Gabriel, I assume, was pointing up. And I thought that was a good response to that. And then the guy put on my father's birthday announcement. We went out to eat. Happy birthday, Dad. 5 minutes later, he got me blocked and unfriended. I said, these people are fanatics. These are maniacs. I'm telling you, these people are maniacs. There's only one reason they made that post, to smoke people out and to figure out who's going to disagree. I didn't even say anything. You could interpret that many different ways, the correct way or in other ways, but it's open to interpretation. But he knew what I was going at with that. So I said, that's how these people are. They're all the same. They're always the same. Stereotypes are true. And I said, some friend, huh? Give you no chance to even discuss it. That's how they are. That hammer and sickle crowd, can't even discuss it. Like, I'll discuss anything with anybody. You know what I mean? No, I mean, I'm open-minded and everything. Are you going to do any more? I agree with you, says Campfire Music. Very nice color. I try to keep up with the Russia and Ukraine war. I do every day. I check the live map. But nothing changes. I'm really happy today because I got a 6-pack of natural ice and watched the Louisiana beer reviews on it. I'm listening. Oh, good. Good old natural ice. A little bit too strong for me these days. I don't drink it anymore, although I love it. It's a good flavor. I've been gravitating more toward like Milwaukee's Best Light, But okay, so the Gibson, I can't see up close with my glasses on. These glasses are for far away, not for up close. Okay, so the Gibson's is lighter. But is it really lighter? Yeah, it is lighter. So neither one of these products claim to have caramel coloring. But on the other hand, they don't have to claim it. The law in Canada doesn't say anything about they have to tell you that they got the coloring. Same thing for U.S. blended whiskey too, I might add. Same thing with flavoring. They can add flavoring in Canada. They don't have to tell you they added it. Although Sazerac, that's Sazerac, yeah, Wide World Importers, but it's owned by Sazerac. They are good about doing that. They will tell you if they add flavoring. They'll just tell you we add flavoring. Well, oh well. They won't tell you what it is, but they'll tell you. Other companies, nah, but you can kind of tell it has flavor. But same thing with American blended whiskey. Any American blend, they don't have to tell you they added coloring, and they don't have to tell you if they added flavoring. So it could be a subtle little thing, and you taste it like, tastes like vanilla, or that's, say, what is this? You know, and kind of throw you, you know. But now straight whiskey, no, they can't add coloring. So if you get straight bourbon, you're safe. If you want to call that safe. So if you get straight bourbon, it's got no coloring added, no flavoring added. Bottled and bond is a type of straight bourbon, so that cannot have coloring or flavoring either. But if you get anything that just says whiskey and you don't see the word straight, you better watch it. It's very likely going to have coloring and flavoring. I mean, I didn't make the law, you know, I don't make the regulations, but I'm telling you what's going on. I kind of figured it out with that George Dickel. I'm like, oh, no wonder George Dickel tastes so weird. But not bad. Not bad. Don't interpret that the wrong way. I didn't say it tasted bad. I say it tasted weird. And when the going gets weird, the weird go pro. So that's how that works. All right. Yeah, it just, okay, this smells like cereal grain, mainly like, you know, corn, probably yellow corn. Could be white, but yellow corn, because that's all you ever see. A little bit of rye, perhaps, possibly wheat, and maybe barley, but I would say mostly corn, but it could be some rye, I think, yes. About the same thing over here. Okay, so in appearance, the Gibson's is paler, a little bit more lighter, which is even aged 12 years. So why isn't it dark? Okay, you see these Canadian whiskeys are typically not, it's not a law, but they're typically aged in used barrels. They might be 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. They might have been used 5 or 6 times already. So the char is going to just dissipate. You're not going to get much influence from, probably none, influence from charred oak. You'll get influence from the oak, the wood itself, after aging 3, the minimum, or 4 or 5, like Canadian clubs age 5 years, or this Gibson's 12 years. You will get that influence, and how that works. All right. Now let's go with the taste. So on aroma, it's even. On the color, one's darker, one's lighter. That's not really a quality thing. That's your preference. You say, I like pale, I like amber. Well, it's not a good or bad thing. Price, big difference. $13.99 for a handle. This one is running $31.99 right now for a regular bottle. Not the handle. The handle's probably $60. $60. You might find it for $55. I don't really know. I bought it for $9.99, and that's the greatest deal in the world. Cheers, taste. Ooh. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna think things. I'm thinking, you know, like, oh. I gotta close my eyes because if I see that lighter or darker shade, I'm gonna know lickety split which is which. And I want it to be an honest taste challenge. I've only gotten it wrong twice, and I'm trying not to get it wrong anymore this series. Okay, here we go. Calm down. Yeah, I know it. I got it. Got it pinned down. This is the Gibson's. This is the WD. This one tastes like it's got flavoring such as vanilla, walnut oil, or maybe pecan oil, and like sugar cream. like you would put to make cake frosting. Hey, but that's what it tastes like. Good flavors. Strange, but good. Strange, but good. All right, this one tastes like oak. It's aged 12 years. Is it bitey? It's a little bit bitey. You bitey him a little bit. You were a little out of order yourself, But I mean, it's all right. But you would think after 12 years it'd have a little bit more smoothness, but I don't know. There we go, Gibson's. Got it. I 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 got it. Now let's look at the comments, or I should say, I'll look at the comments. One of the things I try to do in my reviews is I give a rating for the beer and I rate the style of beer. Yes, I've been watching that. I dislike when reviews don't give a rating. I can't stand that. They'll just say, well, sometimes you can't tell if they liked it or not. They'd be talking about every kind of thing. They'll talk about any kind of thing. And then they'll say, well, thanks for watching. And I'm thinking, I don't know if this guy liked or disliked the beer. He didn't really talk about that. It's so bizarre, But I mean, give a rating. Come on, it's not that hard. If it's excellent, give it an A. If it's good, give it a B. If it's okay, give it a C. Fair. If it's a bad beer, give it a D. If it's undrinkable, which I don't think there's too many of those on the market, but I guess they exist, give it an F. Same thing with whiskey. If it's so forth, give it scores as per the quality. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I think, you know what? I'm going to taste it again because I'm not really sure which tastes better. You say, no, you're really going crazy. This thing here is $60. You just said the handle is like $60. That's what it is. But like I said, you might find it for $55. I doubt you find it cheaper, but you might. I did. I live in a strange state. This one's $13.99. That's the actual price today. I can go right there to Winn-Dixie right now and buy it for $13.99. But since I got a bottle full of it, I'm not going to do that. But I could. Okay. And they don't have a limit. I can buy as many as I want, which at this time is none. I'm holding my hand up because I'm trying to get it to focus. That makes it focus. The camera's like got artificial intelligence, but it ain't very intelligent. Okay, for whatever reason, this company decided to add flavor into the whiskey. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. That's what they did, okay? Fine. The flavoring is good. I'm going to admit this. I'm going to say it. I know you're supposed to hate that. It's like, oh, no, it's got to be pure whiskey. You should never have flavoring. I know that's the law of the reviewers, right? But it does taste good. I'm going to be honest. It has a good flavor. It's smooth. There's no bite to it. It's not like offensive. It's easygoing. It's mild, mellow, relaxing product. And it has a good flavor. So I guess that means it's a winner, right? If it has all these positives and no negatives, that would kind of make sense, right? What taste challenge will you be doing tomorrow morning for Dawn Busters? Oh, yes, I'll be doing WD again, because that's the series I'm on, WD Canadian versus all the other Canadians that I have. And I'm going to be going up against McAdams, which is probably not sold where you live, but I did buy it where I live. And then I don't think they sell it here anymore. It just went away. I don't know why. But I got a liter for $7.99. True story. A liter for $7.99. Hey, well, thank you, Total Wine. I got in there right when they were selling it, and then it went bye-bye. But it might come back. It's made in Canada, obviously, but it's bottled in Princeton, Missouri. Not Missouri, Princeton, Minnesota. I think it's called United Beverages. I don't know much about them. But I said $7.99 a liter. I'll take a chance. It's been a good product. That's tomorrow morning. It's been a really good product, actually. Not great. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's fantastic. Been on the market for 37 years. It's pretty good though. Honestly, it's pretty good. Okay, let's go back to this. Gibson's. I have a lot of problems with Gibson's, so I'm gonna try to work through it. Today it's tasting nice though. Maybe I'm coming around to it. Took me half the bottle. It's creamy. It has a creaminess to it, like in the mouthfeel, creamy, like cream. Well, this one does too, though. I couldn't find out when it was introduced. There's different theories, different people saying different things on the internet. Those are theories. None of them provide any kind of facts, any kind of source material. Just saying, oh yeah, I think so. It's perhaps this is the case. It might have been. I don't like to. I know for sure it's owned by William McGregor and Sons today, or it's handled by them. Whatever, it's under their portfolio. It says our brands, McGregor. Number. I keep thinking of Clan McGregor. What's it called? Gibson's. Gibson's Finest. And there's also a silver version. They call it Gibson's Finest Silver, or Gibson's Silver something. I've never seen it around here. Might be good. Okay, I think there's like three different versions. Three different versions that I know about, which means there's probably five different versions, because these whiskey companies put out a lot of stuff and they don't tell you about it. Yes. Whew. Something in the air got me, affected today. Could be some kind of pollen, I think. Maybe this liquor will help me, like a cough medicine, but I'm not coughing yet. All right. Woo. Dang it. All right. Okay, time to roll out of here. So, hold on. Put that air conditioner a couple of degrees cooler for the night. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to figure out which tastes better. I could tell them apart. Although I will admit they were more similar to each other than I had ever believed they would be. So that was a bit of a shock. Come on, you stink. What? Camera. That was a little bit of a shock. Let's go. Which one's better? Thunder and Thursday. Yeah, Thunder and Thursday, Joe. I'm going to tell them that in Beer Talk over there on the social media. Yeah, Thunder and Thursday this week. Probably next week be back to Fandango Friday, but yeah. And I got a new liquor. I can show y'all, but boy, that was cheap. Not as cheap as I wanted, but it's pretty dang cheap. Not as bitey. Could it have breathed and gotten improved by just air and everything? Could have been. Because I've noticed that over the years, like if you let something breathe and kind of open up, it will improve. Because man, when I first started taste challenging this thing, it was harsh. It was like it would bite back. I mean, it was not fun. But now it's kind of starting to come around. I really will say that. And it's supposedly very popular in Canada. So one of my viewers says, "Oh yeah, in Canada, this is like a big seller." It's certainly not a big seller here. It's not even available in most stores. But I would recommend it. Honestly, I don't know about paying $31.99 for a bottle, but I'm talking about the regular bottle, not the big bottle. That's a little extreme. I'd probably just buy Crown Royal, but it's very good. Have you found the dark Modelo? No, with the chili, the chilada. I had friends home, but I didn't do a review of it. Oh, you had it at a friend's home. No, I have not seen it. But come on, Hector, you know who I am. If I see it, you know I'm going to buy it. If I see it, I'll buy it. In a snap. You know I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to hold back on that. All right. Okay. So I have to find it first. I may never find it. Could be the rest of my life. I never see it. I can't review it. Well, I can't do anything about that. All right. So, but I got a feeling I will find it. But for a pure whiskey flavor, just traditional, stereotypical whiskey flavor, I would say Gibson's wins because it's just got that. It just tastes like premium whiskey. Like literally, it tastes like quality whiskey. Okay. And I can really pick up the oak in the nose, like the residual. There's none left, but there's like little pieces of it left, like molecules. Fake artificial sweeteners. Oh yeah, those are the worst, Hector. I'm with you. I try to avoid those at all times. So this is really nice. All right, now let's go back to WD. Last call. Tampa Bay game has already started. Tampa Bay Rays baseball. I need to go watch that. I know it's not a rain out there because I got a closed stadium. JV's hangout says cheers, Ron. Oh, cheers to you, JV. I saw y'all were doing a live hangout yesterday. Um, it's nothing exceptional, but it's pretty dang good. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. It is good. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this is so bad. It's not bad. I wouldn't go on a search for it, but then, of course, if you live where they have Winn-Dixie stores, you don't have to go on a search for it because you just have to find Winn-Dixie, and there it's going to be there, assuming they sell liquor. And I've never been to a WD store that did not sell liquor. There may be some, but I don't know of any. Well, maybe Mississippi. Mississippi's a little bit strange, but not to mention Alabama. But yeah, so I would recommend it. So I'm scoring this about an A, like 93. Never thought I'd say that. This would be like a B, 83, 84, 85, maybe at the topper most of the popper most. But not a bad product, especially for $13.99. Can't go wrong. And I think it is a sipper. Really, you say no, you got to mix it. No, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't see any reason why you'd want to mix this. You say, what if I like to make mixed drinks, cocktails, highballs? Well, that would be a good reason. But I don't do that. I just sip them. So, yeah, I would just sip it straight. It has enough positive, well, it has many positive attributes that you can do that. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Now, as we close out, if anybody wants to see what I bought today, this peculiar type of whiskey, what are your thoughts about Florida? I've been thinking about taking a trip to visit. Florida is many different things, so it's hard to say because Florida is so different. Like if you go to Pensacola or Tallahassee or Jacksonville or Gainesville or St. Petersburg or Tampa or Orlando or Daytona Beach or Miami, or as they call it in England, they say Miami, Fort Myers, Key West. It's so different. It's like 10 different places. So I would recommend it because I always go to Florida. I'm always going to Florida. I like to drive from the top all the way to the bottom because it just changes so much. But like my father says, it's all sand. Their soil is sand. Everything is sand. It is sandy. I got to give him. He's right about that. My sister lived in Orlando. Well, both of my sisters lived in Orlando after Katrina, and her backyard would be so full of sand. I mean, grass will grow like St. Augustine grass, St. Augustine, Florida grass, but it'd be sandy, sandy. But it's a fascinating place. I can't argue with that. It's a lot different than California, but there's no mountains. So if you like mountains, you're not going to like it. But if you don't, well, if you like flat land, because Florida's flat, there's a few little hills in the north, but I mean like little hills, like little as in not big. But they have caverns, Florida caverns. You can go in the caverns. Yeah, they have caverns. Florida caverns. You got that right. Oh, I love Florida. It's no Louisiana. I mean, Louisiana is the best, but Florida's nice. Campfire says yes. What's up, boys? Says Yvonne Ray Aguiano. I'm about to get out of here, but if anybody wants to see what whiskey I found today, this whiskey product, let me know now, or forget it because I'm out of here. All right, so I'm gonna say it down to 3, 2, 1. Oh, let's see. All right, Daryl. Pour it up. No, I'm not going to pour it up because I got to do a solo review of it. I can't open it before I do the review. All right, this is called Stillhouse. Stillhouse, America's Finest. Yeah, I seriously doubt it's America's Finest, but it comes in a can. It looks like a lighter fluid can. So I can barbecue with this and drink it. Spiced cherry whiskey. Can you believe this? Corn whiskey made with corn. You say, duh. It might have a little wheat, little barley in it, but it's mostly corn. And it's got cherry flavoring and spices. They say holiday spices. So it's probably leftover from Christmas time. This is a 375, not a full size, a half size can. Anybody want to guess what I paid? I've never seen Stillhouse in Los Angeles, says Hector. It's a cool looking can. They have a bourbon. They have a corn whiskey. Of course, I know bourbon is a type of corn whiskey. I know that. And then everything else is flavors. Flavors like, oh my goodness, they have blackberry, blueberry, boysenberry. I'm just making up, but probably they do. Cream, like buttercream and, oh my goodness, lime. Well, I got the cherry, the orange, the Cocoa Krispies. I don't know what they have. They have so many flavors. It's unreal. Look at the website. You'd be amazed. But any plans on trips to whiskey distilleries? Not this year, but I might do it. But there's actually distilleries less than 30 miles from me, or certainly less than 40 miles away. So they're very small, though. They're not that interesting. But they're nice. But they're small. Stillhouse. I noticed that now it's listed under Bacardi International. I'm sorry, Bacardi Limited. Now they started around 2010 in I think it's Tennessee. Where is it? Tennessee. It says USA. They might be in a number of states, but I thought it was in Tennessee. Yeah, Columbia, Tennessee. But now they list it on Bacardi's website. I don't know if Bacardi actually owns it or if they just handle it. I think what happens, they make agreements with these companies where they kind of like come under their control. Kind of like Cruzan rum. like, I don't know if Bacardi technically owns Cruzan, but they come under their control through these distribution agreements, and then it comes to the point where they may as well own them. They may as well own them because, and Teeling, I noticed recently, I think it was last year, Teeling started to come under their control. So you say, well, why would a liquor company let themselves come under somebody's control, or a beer company? The main reason is to get their product on the market. A big company like Bacardi or Anheuser-Busch can get their products out there. So you say, do you like making $1 million a month, or would you rather make $10 million a month? And most companies say, I like the $10 million better. Sounds better to me. So, they say, well, if you join us, you can make 10 million a month instead of 1 million. Now you say that's a deal with the devil. That's a deal with the devil. I don't know if it's a deal with the devil. I don't know the particulars of the agreement, but there you go. $29.99 in Northern California, says Daryl, for this. I assume you're talking about the regular bottle, the regular steel can. Let's check real fast on Total Wine and More, and then we're out of here. Total Wine and More. Let's see, Stillhouse. I'm sure they have every flavor, or nearly everyone. Stillhouse. Here we go. Oh, wow. They only have the bourbon. It's only $21.99. And half of that is $11, essentially $11. Well, I'll say that $3.99 is a lot less than 11. $3.99 is a lot less than 11. So yeah, I got a deal. Not the best deal, but I mean it's pretty close to the best deal. $3.99 for this $3.75. Man, that's kind of outrageous. And I bought the last can. Mathern's had one can left in their buggy. They had a shopping cart full of these things, like, what's 6 times 4? 24, probably 24 cans. And then in about 2 days, they had one can left, and I got the last one. One can. Is it going to be awesome? I doubt that. I bet it'd be pretty dang good. I've only been on a tequila tour, says Hector, in Jalisco, Mexico. I remember you telling me about that. It's risky to come to Mexico, and lots of crazy horror stories lately in Jalisco. Yeah, I'm not really dying to go. I'm not dying to go to Mexico because I don't want to die when I go to Mexico. You know what I mean? I've been to Mexico. Hector, I've been to Mexico so many times, you would think I was lying if I told you how many times I've been to Mexico. I can name so many towns and cities in Mexico I've been to. It's unreal. Reynosa. I'm talking about cities. I'll just name the cities. Reynosa, Matamoros, Ciudad Acuña, small city, maybe a town. Juarez, Ciudad Juarez, ain't no town, that's a city. Juarez. I've been to San Luis Rio de La Colorado, but that's more like a town. I've been to Tecate, a big town, small city, whatever you want to call it. You want to call it a city. I've been to many towns, Camargo, I've been to what's the name of that place? Miguel Alemán, San Miguel Alemán. I've been to been to Nuevo Progreso, been to Nuevo Laredo, been to Ojinaga, been to San Luis, Ciudad. It doesn't matter. It's not important. I've been to what's the name of that place? I said Camargo. Well, I'm probably forgetting 10 other places. I've been to a lot of those places, and I bought all kind of stuff down there, man. I went to so many Mexican restaurants down there. They ain't even funny. Yeah, I've been to a lot of Mexican. I've been to Saltillo, down more in the central part of Mexico, north central Saltillo. Oh yeah. And will I go back to Mexico? I don't know. But I've driven there. It's only 10 hours from here. It's more like 8 hours, but I always stop and look at stuff like, tourist things. All right. Well, y'all take care. So it's been an exciting nearly an hour. I guess technically the Gibson's is better, but in reality, it ain't really way better. If I had to pay $50 or $14, no, I wouldn't pay $50. No, I'd just get Crown Royal for $24.99. But it's up to you. Whatever you want to buy. All right, see y'all later. See y'all tomorrow morning for McAdams. And then we're going into Crown Royal, and Crown Royal is going to destroy WD. WD got no chance. All right, y'all take care. Bye bye.